What is going on, everyone? This is Mr. Alchemy, and today we're playing some Domination on Bootleg. And this is the shotgun gameplay that I promised you, so you will be hearing some tips and tricks on how to use shotguns effectively, as well as this map. And I'm sure you probably all enjoy my class names there. It says Robert Bowling has a small penis, because he does. And I don't say that like, what do you know he has a small penis? No. I just say that out of spite against him, because he doesn't fix anything, ever. That's one thing I hate about Infinity Ward, is that they almost refuse to listen to their customers or the people that buy their game. But that is way out of the topic of shotguns, so I'm not going to get into that. Although I'm sure that Pacific Tomb probably appreciates those class names. But anyway, I'm rocking the Striker with grip and the kick proficiency. And the reason why I'm using those two together is because I really had nothing else worthwhile to put on the Striker at this point. This was one game before I got the range proficiency unlocked. That would have been really nice to have, because I feel like I would have done a little bit better with that proficiency rather than kick, which doesn't really do anything when you're firing from the hip. This isn't an XCal score by any means. I think I went 37-6, so pretty decent game. I mean, average game for a shotgun, I guess. Like I said, nothing XCal, couldn't do, but I felt pretty comfortable with it, and this was the first decent shotgun gameplay that I had, and I was going to stick with it because I did not want to use a shotgun any longer than I had to. But as far as my perks go, I'm running Sleight of Hand, Assassin, and Steady Aim. I'm using Sleight of Hand because the Striker reloads one shell at a time. It just takes forever to reload. And plus, I feel like there's no need to use something like Extreme Conditioning or... Well, Extreme Conditioning is good to have on a shotgun, but I didn't feel like Extreme Conditioning was necessary for this map. And Scavenger, you don't really need that on a shotgun, at least in your actual perk setup. I mean, I think the Assault kill streak, or not the Assault, the Specialist kill streak setups, when you unlock those perks, that's a little bit different. But to be honest, I don't think anything is really good on a shotgun other than Sleight of Hand. I'm using Assassin because I'm always going to be close to the enemy, and in order to be close to the enemy, I have to get there first. And if they can see me on their radar, they can cut me off before I get a chance to get close to anybody. If I'm using Assassin, I have a chance to get behind enemy lines, flank them, and destroy them with my shotgun when I get close enough to them. I'm using Steady Aim on the Striker because that is just a must for shotguns. Honestly, it's not necessarily required, but there's no need to aim down the sight for a shotgun. I mean, there's just... I think... I've never done that since COD 4 because Blame Truth said that it widens the spread of the bullets, I guess, or something along those lines. So I've never aimed down the sight with the shotgun since that. I don't know if that still applies. I just like firing from the hip. You may look like a spraying noob, but you're getting the kill, and that's what matters. Like I said, without range or damage, I think Steady Aim is absolutely necessary. And even if you do have range or damage, Steady Aim is still a monster to have. It's not necessarily, like, you can run it on anything else, but you can get by without Steady Aim on a submachine gun and assault rifle. But as far as shotguns are concerned, I highly, highly recommend that you use Steady Aim as your third perk. Now you see me on my specialist perks. I'm running Dead Silence as my first one just because I am a sound whore and I don't like hearing my own footsteps. And then I'm using Extreme Conditioning because I didn't feel like there was anything else necessary that I could use. Obviously, I'm not going to use Stalker because I'm not going to aim down the sights, or Quick Draw for that matter. I'm not going to use Sit Rep because that's kind of pointless in Domination, and I don't have Sit Rep Pro. Although, once I get Sit Rep Pro, I am going to be using Sit Rep and Dead Silence on my Specialist perks because I think it's really cool that I can have silent footsteps and hear people louder at the same time. I don't know what that sounds like, but I imagine it's pretty damn awesome. So, and the third perk I'm running is a Scavenger, and that's just kind of a safety thing, to be honest. I feel like if I ever had to run out of ammo, then I can use Scavenger, although with a shotgun, you're going to be so close to anybody that you're probably going to die more times than not, which means you don't really need Scavenger, but it's just something I wanted to try out. And I don't know if I said this in my last commentary, but there's a glitch with the shotguns. I'm pretty sure it's any shotgun there is, where if you put extended mags on it, it increases the number of pellets that are shot from 8 to 12, which thereby causes more damage. So, unfortunately, like I said, I did not have extended mags this game. I really would have liked to. Ever since this game, I've never leveled the shotgun up this high. So, I don't like using shotguns, and they're not. I don't think they're overpowered. Some people says, "Oh, nerf the Striker, buff the AA-12, or buff the other shotguns." But to be honest, I think if you're using a shotgun anyway, then you have some balls. Or, if you're a girl, I don't know if, besides my girlfriend, I don't know if any girls watch my commentaries actually play this game. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, bravo to you if you can use a shotgun and do well with it, or if you just try to use a shotgun in general. I just cannot do well with them, and they're fun to use, but for me to have actually fun in this game, I like to do well as far as my kill-death ratio is concerned, and that usually doesn't happen with shotguns, which is why I've stopped using it. But as far as the general strategy for using shotguns, just stick to the CQB areas of the map. You'll hear me preach this all the time, regardless of what weapon, what map. Do not go into the open areas, because anytime you get into gunfight with somebody, you want to control the engagement. Control the engagement is being behind cover or having the advantageous terrain, so to speak. And you'll see me, I'm not going into any place that's really wide open to the point where I can get outranged by any gun that anybody comes across. That anybody has, sorry. And I'm behind them right now, I'm in their spawn, and I'm getting spawned around this whole time. This is a nice little streak. But you just want to stick away from the open areas of the map. That way you don't get outranged, and you can use the shotgun to its full potential, which is wrecking people in close areas like this. As far as this map goes, you can really spawn trap them at any flag and do well. We like to spawn trap them at A, just because that's the hardest spawn to get out of. You have 3 ways to go. You go to the far right where all that, I don't know, all that stuff is. I don't want to say warehouse stuff, but like the things that are stacked up, they can go through the middle or they can go to the far left by B Street, and that usually doesn't work too well because there's only one alley to go through from A to B in the back, and there's a head glitching spot behind the box back there, so I would not recommend that. If you're spawn trapped today, I think your best bet is to go to the right, but you'll see I'm usually not over by B because that is the most open area of this map. I'm in the middle right now because this is an enclosed space, and I know that if I get into a battle with anybody around me, I'm probably going to win. So unless somebody has something gay like Dead Man's Hand or Akimbo FMGs, then chances are I'm probably going to get any kill on anybody that I see in this area. And you'll see me pick up a secondary there. I switched because that grenade launcher is a piece of crap. One good thing to do with shotguns is always pick up a secondary, regardless of what it is, as long as it's not something like a grenade launcher or a rocket launcher for that matter. The reason why is because chances are anything that you pick up that is not another shotgun will have better range than your shotgun. So if you see something like a sub, even a sub has better range than a shotgun, and that will still do a lot better at medium range than a shotgun will, and it will still help you out. If you can pick up an assault rifle, then that is absolutely great. If you want to, you can try using overkill just so you don't have to worry about being outranged, although I still think it's much more beneficial to use something like assassin rather than overkill. And I get the final kill here. I almost died. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the shotgun gameplay finally. My final score, like I said, was 37-6. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you later.